Right. So in this class, what we would try to understand is we will try to understand, okay, if you go to python.direct, in our last class we have introduced our new character, right? So this was our new character. Okay, so let us try to understand what is our new character's intelligence, or what our Python 3 knows or understands about numbers. Okay, right, right. And then, okay, let me try to add some of the fun stuff around here. Okay, right. So let us try to understand what our character Python 3 knows about numbers. Okay, right. Good. Dot slash images slash Python 19.png. Is it 19? Yeah, good. So remember in the last class I have spoken about operators, right? Python 3 has the following knowledge, right? The first one which it understands is there is something called as expression operators. So it knows about plus, it knows about minus, it knows about star is multiplication, it knows about division, right? It knows about modulus, which is remainder, it knows about, right, right shift and left shift, it knows about power, and I can go on and on. Okay, and it has some built-in functions. Okay, so it knows how to calculate power, it knows how to calculate absolute value, it knows how to calculate rounding the numbers, it knows how to do conversions of int, hex, binary, and this list also goes on and on. Okay, so we will explore this, okay, as we go along. Okay, right. In Python, or let me put it in this, for Python 3, are variables names or places? Can you answer this? In Python, variable is treated as a name or is it treated as a place? Okay, let me try to tell you what is a place. Okay, if variable is treated as a place, when I say x, okay, x will point towards a memory location. Okay, right, and if I say x equals to x plus 1. Okay, now basically what happens is these calculations happen, okay, and in the same memory location, okay, and x will always refer to this memory location. Okay, so if x is treated as a place, I cannot do this. X equals to 5 and x equals to hello. This is not possible if variable is treated as place. If variable is treated as a name, you have a memory location, and for that you are giving some name. Okay, now you try to tell me in Python, is the variable a name or a place? Do you all agree that it is a name? Good, sir. Thank you. Depends on value, right? Lakshmi Narayana, please go through my previous classes. Please go through my previous classes. Okay. So in Python, variable is always a name. It is never the place. It is never the place. Because, okay, is this possible in Python? I can use the same variable and give a different type value. Yeah. Good, sir. Right. Now, let me try to look at Python's operators. And for that, as usual, we will be playing around with Python interactive shell. I am trying to tell x equals to 5. I am trying to tell, okay, y equals to 6. Now, if I type x plus y, if I type x plus y, okay, now what would happen? Okay, x is a name to 5, y is name to 6. So 5 plus 6 will be added and I will be getting the result as 11. Simple. So in this, okay, in Python, variables are names, not places. Okay, when we use numbers, we build expressions using variables and operators. Okay, so sample expressions are x equals to 5, y equals to 6. Okay, so generally it is a good idea in Python to give a space. Okay, right, and z equals to x plus y. Okay, so this is an expression. An expression is built with operators. An expression is built with operators. Am I clear on this? Okay, I know that everyone knows that it is a value 11. I'm not worried about 11 over here. But do we understand expression? X plus y is an expression where x is a variable name, y is a variable name, and plus is an operator. And you can build your own expressions depending on whatever calculation which you are trying to do. Whatever calculation which you are trying to do. Okay, right. Now, what I would try to do is, okay, let me try to do this. Okay, z equals to x plus y. Now, if I type z, I will get the value of 11. Okay, now, is it not simple? So, like multiplication, I will also have division. Okay, x into y, right? X divided by y. Okay, so x divided by y is giving you what? 0.833. But x divided by y, x percentage y, Okay, so let me do all of this again. Okay, so Python, let me try to tell that my first number x is 100, y is 10, x plus y 110, x minus y. Okay, right? And then let me give z as 15. Okay, now x divided by y, what is that I got? 10.0. X double divided by y, I got 10. X divided by z, I got 6. X double slash z. What is the difference between slash, single slash and double slash? Double slash is integer division and single slash is a division which you and me normally do. Okay, so for example, in mathematics, if someone tries to tell you what is uh, let me try to put it. Okay, let me open notepad. Okay, so if someone tries to tell you 5 divided by 12, so we'll write 5 twos are 10. Okay, and then we will stop and then we will try to tell the remainder is 2. Okay, so in this case 12 double slash 5 will give you 2. Okay, 12 percentage 5 will give you 2. Okay, the both are 2's, right? Let me just make it 4. Okay, so am I clear on this? But if I not stop my division over here and if I start doing 5, okay, 5 twos are 10. Okay, I got 4. Since 4 is less than 5, I'll put one dot. When I put a dot, I get a 0 over here. And then if I start writing, okay, till I get approximately equivalent to 0. Now 14 by 5 is 2.8. Am I clear on this? Yeah, so now this is basically what it is. I'm not going to write all of this explanation in the notes. Okay, right? And minus x will give you minus 100. Okay, right? And now x star star y. This I have told you in the last class itself. X star star y is power of. X star star y is power of. Okay, am I clear on this? I'm just putting a screenshot of all of this and you can give it a try. Okay, so this is what your Python knows about 14 percentage 5 equal to oh, right. Sorry, sir. My bad. Anyway, you have understood the concept, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll put it in this way, right? This is simple for Python. Python can easily do this. Okay. But there are some cases where you can trouble Python. Okay. So actually, you're not troubling Python, you are troubling yourself, to be very honest. Okay. Now, let us try to understand what it is. Okay. Let me exit and let me start again just because I want a full page view. Okay. I am trying to write x equals to 5, y equals to 4, z equals to 1. Okay. Now, if I write x star y plus 1, what do you think should happen? I am writing an expression which looks something x plus z. Sorry. What should happen? You are giving me 21, but what are the possibilities? Okay. You can think of this as, right? You might get two possibilities over here. Okay. X star y plus z. Okay. One possibility is x star and y plus z is calculated. What is y plus z? 4 plus 5. 5. What is the value of 5? 5 into 5. 25. Okay. The other possibility is 5 into 4. We get 20. And then 20 is added to 1. Okay. So it becomes 21. Right? Is there anything wrong with that? Yeah. I am not getting into all of that BODMAS rules and all of that stuff. I'll try to make your life much simpler than that. Okay. Right. So let me try to do this. Let me copy this. Go to this image. What will Python 3 do? Right. Let me do one more thing. Let me drag it down to a little bit. Okay. Right. Sounds like trouble. Let me use operator precedence. What is it? Operator precedence. Okay. What is operator precedence? Every operator will have some kind of weight. Every operator will have some kind of a weight. Okay. Now, how is that weight looked into? Let us try to look into. I'll just write numerical functions. Okay. Actually, you have to write operator precedence at a whole level. Okay. So plus, minus, star, percentage. Okay. All right. Slash or double slash. They have the same priority. Okay. So it tries to tell that this is what I'm going to use. Okay. Now, basically what happens is whatever is in the bottom has more weight. Okay. Whatever is in the bottom has more weight. Okay. Let me try to draw this very quickly. Let me try to do it. I should have used Excel sheet for this, but right now let me use Excel sheet itself, sir. Let me not trouble it. Okay. I'll quickly open an Excel sheet and then let me try to give a weight. Okay. So operator weight. Okay. Operator is plus. Okay. And then sorry, plus, minus. Okay. Star, percentage, slash, sorry, slash comma double slash. Okay, now okay, okay, right. Bottom operators are preceding over top, over top. Now you try to tell me, is star in the bottom or plus in the bottom? Is star in the bottom or plus in the bottom? What is in the bottom level? Star in the bottom. So what Python will try to do is, since star is in the bottom, let me calculate. Okay, let me calculate x into y first. Okay, so x into y will give you what? 20. Now let me add. Okay, now let me add. So 20 plus z, that becomes 21. Am I clear on this? Now what will Python do? If the operators are okay mixed, 21. No. Okay, now let me try to tell you this. Okay, what is that you can do if you want to? Your intention was not this. Your intention was to calculate 25. Your intention was to calculate 25. Okay, so what if you want to do addition first and then subtraction and then multiplication? Sorry. Okay, so what Python tries to tell you is, okay, then use parenthesis. Then use parenthesis. Parenthesis is nothing but these operators. So in that case, what you should be doing is x star y plus z. Am I clear on this? Am I clear on this, sir? Now are we slowly understanding our character? Okay, so when your program misbehaves, it is not because program is doing something wrong. It is because our understanding is wrong. Okay, so now what is that I should be doing? I should be doing actually this. It is not important, but when we speak about spaces between operators, remember in Python we have something called as PEP 8, which is Python styling guide. Yeah, Python tries to tell you that there is a better way always to write code, make it clean. For that we use this stuff. Okay, so are we clear, sir, about these two things, especially this image? Yeah, right. So shall we calculate simple interest? Shall we calculate simple interest now? Okay, what was the formula of simple interest? Remember in Jarvis we have asked Jarvis to do simple interest. Okay, yeah, so let's, okay, try to speak with Python to solve our simple interest. Okay, so how do you solve simple interest? I would try to tell that. Okay, I'll be writing the program in Notepad. Why should I worry about editor? I am trying to tell that my stuff is principal is 10,000 rupees. I have 10,000 rupees or $10,000. Okay, so my rate of interest, okay, my rate of interest is all right. My rate of interest is 10%. Okay, and my time in years is I am giving it for interest of or I am giving it for 2 years. Now how will I calculate this? Okay, so shall we use Python shell first? Let me use Python shell first, then I will write a program. Okay, so Python interactive shell principal is 10,000. Okay, rate of interest, if you see, I am using if I my variable for my variable, if there are many words, I am separating the words by underscore. Okay, the reason why I am doing that, the reason why I am doing that, I am not using PTR by 100, I am not doing all of that is because, guys, why do we write code? Is coding supposed to be human readable or machine readable? Whenever you write a program, should it be human readable or should it be machine readable? If it is machine readable, you can use ones and zeros, right? If it is machine readable, should you not be writing ones and zeros? Yeah, right? So if you remember Zen of Python, okay, let me quickly open this over here. Python, import this. Beautiful is better than ugly, yes or no? Beautiful is better than ugly. Okay, and now your code, whenever you write the code effectively, people without a coding knowledge also should be able to look at your code and at least try to tell you what you are trying to do. See, are you seeing this? If the implementation is hard to explain, it is a bad idea. If the implementation is easy to explain, it may be the good idea. Yes or no? Okay, so we write the code in a way that other humans should be able to read it and understand it. Okay, and we anyway are learning how to speak with Python. Okay, so it is a skill. Okay, because making the code appear simple is the art. Okay, are you saying simple is better than complex? That is why that is where I'm coming from. That is where I don't use that PTR by 100 IJK. No, rate of interest is 10. Okay, time in years equals to 2. Now I am doing simple underscore interest is equal to, it might be a difficult to write one. Okay, principal into time in years. Okay, into right rate of interest by 100. Okay, now if I type what is my simple interest, am I getting the value, sir? Okay, so Did we got to do some work with Python? Yes or no, sir? Yeah, but this was in a shell. This was in a shell. Okay, right. But it's okay. We start small. That should be fine. Okay, right. So let's try in a shell. Okay, right. Now, I don't want to type in a shell every time. Opening this and doing this is difficult. So what I want to do now is, I want to write a program, okay, in the notepad, save that file. Okay, so let us see what I'll do. What I'll do is create a file called as simple interest.py. Simple interest.py. Okay, and in this file, sir, please stop asking me questions. Focus on what is happening. Okay, otherwise my whole time will go in answering your questions itself. Right? So Ali, if you don't know what is simple interest, sir, I cannot help you out, sir. Okay, please Google it, sir. We have already done this problem. Okay, right. And in this file, add some, what is that we will do to Python? Instructions, yes or no? Add some instructions with expressions, and our expressions will consist of operators. So what I'll do is, I'll go into some folder. Okay, C drive. I think I'll use okay, Python classroom. And now let me create a new folder over here, and let me call it as July 20. Okay, and in this, let me create a new file. Okay, this file is simple interest.py. Okay, it is asking, do you want to change the extension of the file? Yes, I want to change it. Now what I would do is, I will try to edit this file. I'll try to open this file. Okay, so let me open Notepad. Okay, Notepad, and in the Notepad, let me open this file. Open C Python classroom July, and let me select all files and simple interest.py. And in here, I will be writing the same stuff. Principal is 10,000. Rate of interest is equals to 10. Okay, 10% actually, that's what it means. Time in years is equals to 2. Now I will be trying to tell that simple underscore interest is equals to principal into rate of interest into time in years divided by 100. And now, because I want the value to be printed, this is the first thing which I am using, print function. Don't worry about this function anymore. Just try to write print, and inside that you put your variable name. Inside that you will print variable name. This is only extra which I have done. Okay, now let me copy this. Oh, sorry. Okay, all right. Now I want to execute this program. I have written the program in a file, and I have to execute that. Yes or no, sir? To execute this program, to execute this program, okay, that is, you are asking your system to execute this program, run the following command. Okay, open PowerShell or command prompt if you are on Windows. Okay, if you are on Mac or Linux machine, open your terminal and then type Python and then path to your program. Am I clear on this? So let us see what I will do. Okay, I'll come exit out of this. Okay, so where is my program present? Python. In C drive, I have something called as Python classroom, and in Python classroom I have created a folder called as July, and in July I have basically created a program which is called as simpleinterest.py. Did we got the same value? Okay, yeah, so this is how you execute your programs. Okay, right. Okay, 24. For the people who are using Linux by any chance, if you are using Linux by any chance, right, in Linux also you will have the same stuff. There is no difference. Okay, so I think I should have one Linux machine which I have logged in. Right, in this machine there is something called as Python 3. Let me see. Yeah, I have Python 3. Okay, so if I want to execute the program, let me create the program. Vi simple interest dot py. Okay, and let me copy paste the same program whatever I have created over here in a Linux machine. I don't have a Mac to show, but I can definitely show this program on a Linux machine. Now if I try to tell Python 3 simple interest.py, am I not getting the same result? Okay, so really where you run this program doesn't matter. Okay, on the Mac also you will get the same output. So this is your Linux output. This is your Linux output. Okay, now our program is not that great program. You know, we have our program, it will always calculate the principal interest of same values. Okay, fine, but something is better than nothing, right? We have started small, but at least we know what it is all about, right? Okay, now let me try to speak about my next topic and then we will do some mathematical problems. Okay, so the next topic which I want to speak about numbers is Python has this type. Mixed types are converted up. What do I mean by that? Okay, so let me open Python shell again. Okay, x equals to 10 and y equals to 3.14. What is x? X is an integer, right? Yes or no, sir? Okay, so I have already asked you to do this type of x and type of y. Okay, so in these two numbers, what is complicated? Integer is complicated or float is complicated? Everyone agrees float is complicated, right? So whenever Python sees something like x plus y, okay, so what is simple type in x and y? Integer. What is complex type? Float. So the result will always be in a complex type. Okay, so if you see, it will be 13.4. Am I clear with this point? Okay, so whenever you write mixed types, Python will always try to convert them into a complicated type, If you try to do the same thing in C or C++ or Java, it will fail. It will fail. Am I clear on this? Right. Okay. So I'm not writing the whole description. Is this image enough? Okay. So when Python sees mixed types, the result will always be the complex type. Okay. So again the same question, but what will you do if you want the result to be simple? So even though you have done that, you don't want this. You want the result to be of simple type. Okay. Yeah, you can add two different types. Yeah, right. Herald, you can do that. So what will I do? Okay. If I want, whenever I type 10 plus 3.14, I want 13. I don't want 13.14. Is there any way in Python to do that? Okay. So what Python tries to tell is, then you need to tell Python, do conversions using built-in functions like int of, float of, etc. So what I can do is, I can basically try to tell x plus y is a float, right? I am trying to tell that even though it is a float, convert that to an integer. Am I clear on this, sir? We are understanding Python 3. Okay. Yeah. So if you also do, you will get to know this our characters behavior, so that whenever you write programs, you will not misinterpret. Okay. Right. Are we clear? Okay. I'll not go anything beyond this. Okay. For today, this is more than enough. Okay. So go through whatever I have done and please try to understand. Don't try to buy heart. There is nothing to buy heart over here. Okay. You will not be rewarded if you can do this program by closing your eyes. No. You will be rewarded if you understand the types. Okay. Can we write int of x plus y? Yes. And Pranavi, it is good that you got that idea. And whenever you want to do anything, okay, whenever you want to do anything, you can always experiment in the Python shell, right? So you have given me a good expression. You are trying to tell me, why don't I do this? Int of x plus y. I get this. Okay. But don't wait for me to try it. You have Python installed in your system, and basically try it. Okay. So Satvik, what is float? See, float is decimal point numbers. Generally, if you look at numbers, we will have numbers like 1, 2, 3 and all of that stuff. But let us assume that if you want to calculate the price of Marvel Avengers t-shirt, okay, if you look into Amazon, okay, the price will be something like this, right? 99.99. Yes or no? Have you seen something like this, Satvik? 99.99 rupees. Yeah. So if you want to tell Python to allocate memory for these kind of things, then internally it creates something called as float. Float means it can basically understand decimal points. It can understand decimal points. Okay, sir. I'll stop it at that, and we'll meet again tomorrow to continue this discussion. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe our channel and click on bell icon.